So you've been fired on the road, ditched like an old bottle of Gatorade by your company. What should you do? Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm Mark, your possibly fired host. And there was a discussion on my recent live show, which goes on Mondays at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. He plugged. And there was talk about, what do you do on the road if you get fired? Can a company fire you on the road? Well, let's talk about that. So I'll give you my advice on what I think you should do on the road, kind of to protect yourself and stuff like that. All right, so your host is not an attorney, and this should not be considered legal advice. For legal advice, seek a licensed attorney of your choice. Most driver manuals say in them something to the effect of, this is not for any length of time or employment, and you can end it at any time for any reason, and they can end it at any time for any reason. And then they get all upset when you don't give them 2 weeks notice, even though they don't give you the same courtesy of 2 weeks notice of firing you. But that's another story, because most companies are garbage. Okay, so let's talk about what to do, because they can fire you in most states on the road the way I understand it. They can just go, you're fired. All right, and so simple as that. So you get fired. First off, here we go. If it was on the phone, I would make them send it to me in writing. I would say, I don't listen to the phone or whatever. I want this in writing. I don't believe what you're saying. Get it either on the Qualcomm, PeopleNet, whatever you use, on your phone. Get a text, an email, something from them. And if it's on a device that you don't own, be sure to take pictures of all these messages so that you have them. Okay, take pictures of every message so you have it for later. You're going to need it. So generally on the road, it's going to say something like, we're letting you go, you're fired or whatever. Take the truck here to this place, leave the keys in it, or take the truck to a dealer, give them the keys, that kind of thing. I've seen different ways that it's put out, and what I would say to do is do just that. Okay, I would do that because they can let you go on the road, and that's the deal that we make with companies. When you're cleaning the truck out, this was suggested, and as much as I think it's a great idea and hilarious, do not pour milk down the vents, do not leave a fish on the dashboard within the summertime, that kind of thing. That's funny, but don't do that, okay? Don't do it. Take your stuff out and leave. But before you totally leave, I'd send them a message, however they sent you a message, okay? That I'm at the location you requested me to go to. We're here because of you. This is not any of my doing. I'm leaving the truck where you said, not where I would take it. And it's in good condition, and I took a bunch of pictures of it in a video. And I would do that as well. Take pictures of the whole unit, truck and trailer if you have it. Video, if they say leave the keys somewhere, take a picture of that. Also do a proof of life picture, as I call it, a hostage picture. Go in and get the USA Today and take a picture with the front page of the paper and the truck. Okay, and if you get the location in there, that proves the date, because everything else can be fake. The front page of the paper got to be happening on the day, right? Unless you keep stacks of newspapers around. So that's a date-proof picture. I've always told people to have a few $100s. I'm probably going to up that to $500 with you to go home, especially if you have a dog or whatever with you. You can't go on a Greyhound with the dog. Most companies won't get you home, even though I think it's crappy of them to do that. They should send you back to wherever they got you from. You're an employee. That's just the right human thing to do. But as we know, companies don't always do the right thing. So have enough money to get yourself home. They don't have to, right? But I think they should. They should get you back wherever you started your journey together as in a relationship with the company. You can't take a dog on the bus. You can't, take a bunch of stuff on the bus. You can't take your TV VCR combo and stuff like that on the bus. You're going to have to rent a car, and a one-way rental across the country is pretty expensive. So get that ready. Go get those things and basically leave. Now, we took all these pictures and everything. Why? Because later the company may forget and somehow put down that you abandoned the truck at a truck stop or a dealership or whatever. Isn't it amazing? They forgot and put an abandonment on there. Well, I would send them all those pictures and say, well, we have all these pictures. I didn't abandon it anywhere. It's where you said to take it. And you need to change that immediately or there's going to be problems. And then I'd send those pictures also to Hire Right, which probably wouldn't do anything with them because I don't know who they have working there. The three monkeys that do this kind of thing, except they're busy, they have jobs, so they only work part-time at Hire Right, no idea. But either way, I get all that just for the abandonment problem. And also, your next company, when you go to work there, they may call this employer and say, hey, why'd they call? Oh, well, they abandoned a vehicle. And you go, no, okay, here's the deal. Here's what they did. They told me to leave it. I didn't abandon anything anywhere. They're liars. So always be protecting yourself, and you should do that all the time anyway. Always be protecting yourself. I don't care how much the company loves you. When you come in, they hug and everybody kisses and makes big dinners and they bring lasagna into the... I don't care. Okay, you're an employee. You're not friends with them. Keep that in mind, right? You're an employee. Protect yourself, because ultimately the company is there to protect themselves. That's what they do. That's what you should do. It's your record. It's everything. It's going to be a lot easier if you have these. You're never going to be able to get these pictures again. So that's how I'd handle getting ditched on the road. And then I'd just go look for another job, and I guess you have to move on, really. There's not much more you can do about it after you do all these things. So keep these things in mind, and we'll see you in the next Trucking Answers.